Life before the FSS program was pretty stressful because we didn't know day to day where the money was going to come from. I didn't have a particularly steady job. As a paraprofessional, we only got paid for the time that we were actually working with the students, so during summer vacations and stuff like that, we didn't actually get paid. We also could not always see the light at the end of the tunnel, so we had a lot of sleepless nights. We were pretty kind of unorganized. We were unsure if we were going to be okay. We also didn't really know if we were going to have enough money to pay rent. We weren't sure how things were going to go for our future and if we were going to have a place to stay. Oh my gosh. Well, we had a great support system with Bellevue Housing Authority staff. The meetings every month were extremely helpful, whether we had a speaker from the outside coming in or whether we just did internal conversations and learned from each other. We had guidance and reassurance from our future, because I think that's one of the things that throughout a lot of things in our lives is that we're scared to do things. We're scared to move forward because we don't know what the future holds. And people that have seen people progress and make it through the program before know how it works, and they can give us that guidance and that reassurance, so it works a lot better. We were given great resources and references throughout the program. Some of those were how to buy a house when the time comes. We were given financial resources, how to budget money, how to buy food on a budget, how to make great recipes and make them last, using crock pot recipes, things like that. So that actually helps financially. One of the good things was learn how to make monthly payments without filing bankruptcy or not making payments, how to be able to communicate with places like your credit card companies and stuff like that, and raise your credit score so that when you do go to buy a house, that stuff will be fixed for that. So that was a really great reference that we learned. We also learned that we could take some classes through Metro Community College. One of the classes that I took was how to buy a car. I actually was able to stay in my educational program and graduate from Bellevue University because I had that encouragement from the staff to keep going. And now I have a really good job with Heartland Family Service, and I absolutely love it. One of my biggest goals is I would eventually like to buy a house. We're hoping that will come within the year. My other goal is to work my way up into the company, doing case management and working with the public, because I really enjoy doing that. Oh, buy a new vehicle. I would really like to do that.
Before the FSS program, I was working at a job that was only paying $10 an hour and no raises. My checks were not covering my bills, so I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was maxing out all my credit cards, and I was driving from Bellevue to Council Bluffs every day, and I was spending $200 or more a month on gas. Sometimes I would work 6 days a week, and sometimes doubles to make sure I can pay my bills. Since I've been in the FSS program, I was motivated to go back to school. I went and received my CNA and CMA certificate. I received help with updating my resume so I can apply for a new job. I found a job that paid $3 more than what I was making. I received a raise 6 months of being there. In another 6 months, I will receive another raise. Now, being at this job now, I'm 6 to 8 minutes away from my home. After the FSS program, my goals are to be able to save money so my kids can, for their education, have an emergency savings fund, and I would like to buy a house. I would also like to pay off my car, take my children on vacations, and further my education.
I felt lost and hopeless. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know how to take care of myself financially. And I was starting to get desperate, and I was very, very scared. They have held me accountable for my actions. They have helped me learn to be responsible with my financial issues, my goal setting, and they have educated me tremendously. They have been very forgiving when I messed up, because I did mess up at the beginning quite a bit, but they were there for me and they were very supportive. They gave me the resources I needed for auto care, for crisis situations. They helped me financially, they helped me emotionally, and they were a great support system. They helped me keep my goals reachable so that I didn't get so overwhelmed. And with each step, it gave me more and more of that confidence back. I had let my nursing license go and expire, and they supported me in not only wanting to achieve to get my license back, but they financially helped me do that because I couldn't do it on my own. It had been 3 years since I was in the workforce. So again, emotionally, they supported me in getting that confidence. They gave me the resources I needed to look for a job. There were people they introduced me to that helped me expand my search and make it easier to find a job, which I now do have. They also brought me to the conclusion that I wanted more education. They helped me figure out that I need more education and have introduced those resources to me so that I can not only better my life, I can move forward and make a change and help people stay out of the situation that I got myself in and let me help them get out. I'm an LPN. I did intend to be an RN, but I have changed my mind to go into healthcare administration so that I can have a better position to make the changes that I have always felt needed to be made to help people. I've always lived day by day because that's all I felt I could handle, and they've helped me get past that, and I now am planning my future for me and my 2 teenage daughters, and it looks very, very hopeful. I want to own a home. I've always wanted to own a home, and they're helping me do that.
Life before the FSS program felt really scary and intimidating. I had felt complacent for many years with where I was and the forms of support that I was receiving, such as Medicaid and food stamps and Section 8. So all of my basic needs were met, and I was comfortable to the point of complacency. I had dreams that were fast becoming extinguished because I was at a place in life where I didn't even know the first step to take. I didn't know where to start, where to begin. And everything about the word sufficiency, family self-sufficiency, that was a really scary term for me. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it now, I remember how scared I was. Being able to move through that, there was a lot of fear surrounding that because I was dependent on everything. What I've learned from the FSS program is how to create financial freedom, and that has been so huge. I'm now doing the things that at one time were absolutely terrifying for me, such as paying bills, such as paying full rent. Oh my gosh. Every time now when I write out a check for my rent, I'm just thinking, I'm doing it. I did it. This is that moment that was really scary for me, and I'm doing it. And it's things like that that just continue to instill the belief in me that anything I want in life I can do, and the importance of why support and baby steps and vision and clarity and effort and just keep moving is so important. What I've learned is that sky's the limit is such a limiting belief. There is so much more beyond the sky. Life is amazing, and to understand money so that it works for me instead of me feeling like I'm at the mercy of it has been an incredible, incredible accomplishment that there's just no way I could have done it without the FSS program, what it provides, the guidance, the support, and Lois. There is no way I could have achieved what I've achieved without her support, without her belief in me, without her encouragement, without her guidance. And that was huge because it's such a lonely place to have dreams and ideas and no one to support that or who believes in you. So that was massive, huge. One of the biggest things I've learned is the importance of support and reaching out for support when it's needed, being able to reach out for support and guidance when it's needed. Now that I have graduated from the FSS program, I'm excited about being a highly sought, in-demand, transformational speaker who knows how to deeply engage the audience by invoking the spirit and igniting the soul. I'm excited about being able to copyright and share my program, The Greater Peace of Mind, with others, and go to different programs and share that and be paid for services that I provide. And I'm excited about doing what I love and people being able to love what I do.